Welcome everybody back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than I usually post here. A lot of times we do, strategy videos or we just cover stuff about Call of Duty Zombies, which we are today, but to a different extent. Today I kind of wanted to talk about Black Ops 7 Zombies, why it could go very, very wrong, what I think needs to start happening inside of Call of Duty Zombies to kind of just make the game a little bit more refreshing, just honestly help save COD Zombies. Now, before we get into this, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to be a negative Nancy over here. I absolutely love Call of Duty. I'm buying Black Ops 7. So, don't think that I'm just hating to hate, right? I actually feel very, very true to these feelings about the game, right? So, that's what we're going to do today. But I want you guys to go down in the comment section below after you get done watching this video and let me know your guys' thoughts on things that could potentially help the game, could help, or potentially, maybe fix some stuff, whether it's multiplayer, zombies, battle royale, no matter what. Now, I'm mainly a zombies player, so that's pretty much what we're going to talk about mostly today in this video. But yeah, definitely go down in the comment section and let me know. Now, when I think of Call of Duty Zombies or OG Zombies, some of the masterpieces, the classics, whatever, there's one iconic thing that comes to mind every single time I think about this. This is the mystery box. Now, in modern Call of Duty Zombies, the mystery box is absolutely pointless inside of the game. With rarity being inside of zombies, which whether you like rarity, you don't, I don't really mind it. I mean, it's cool, but this does develop some other problems. The main part of zombies that has forever been a main part of zombies is no longer needed. To be completely honest, I know plenty of people who play zombies, including myself, who never hits the mystery box unless they have a wonder bar or unless they're trying to, again, get a wonder weapon. If somebody wants to use a certain gun, they're going to start with it. Going back to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, it was the same way. You never needed to hit the mystery box. Of course, unless you really just wanted something specific. You weren't really getting the wonder weapons. You weren't really doing none of that. So it was completely pointless in that game. Then in Black Ops 6, you have rarity. Why should you hit the mystery box and waste your essence when instead you could go and buy a perk or you could go and pack a punch? Plus, again, you can start with whatever weapon you want. So this being in the game basically takes one of the most iconic things in zombies, one of the things that made zombies zombies, and just deletes it. It's gone. There is 0 point to it, so that kind of leaves a void in the game mode, which tends to hurt its reputation, tends to get people to stop playing. Now, one of the biggest things in Call of Duty right now, which I have said a lot in videos, is nostalgia bait. Okay, now Black Ops 6, I've always said this. I actually really enjoyed Black Ops 6 to an extent. They did a lot of good things. They did a lot of bad things, right? But the entire game was built off of nostalgia bait. Now, Speza, what is nostalgia bait? Okay, nostalgia bait is basically things from the past being put into new games and hyping them up, right? Richtofen, Dempsey, Nikolai, Takio, right, in Black Ops 7. Now, I'm not saying this is bad, right? Cool, we have the crew back. But eventually, there has to be a point where new things are developed. Now, that leads me into my next thing. All the new things that they have came up with, most people don't like, which is understandable. Most people are just like, bro, why can't we just go back to Richtofen? Why can't we just go back to Dempsey, Takio, whatever? Now, I don't necessarily think this is the case. I think most people just want to go back to more of a simple zombies experience. They don't want to deal with all the craziness. They don't want to deal with all whatever it is. They just want to be able to load in like on good old Nocturne and Toten, kill zombies, hit the mystery box, and see how long you can survive, given the game is very, very challenging. Zombies has never been as easy as it is today. Modern Call of Duty Zombies is extremely easy. You get the wonder weapon, you upgrade it, you can go to round 999, which is the max round. Pretty much anybody can, which isn't a bad thing, but it also makes the game less enjoyable. It makes the people who grind for these challenges, grind for these high rounds, tries to get better at the game, not really care because anybody can just do it. What's so significant about something if every single person can achieve it, every single person can do it and have zero bit of trouble doing it, right? Whereas back in the day, getting to higher rounds kind of meant a little bit more because of how hard it was, how much you had to hit the mystery box to try and get RNG, to get lucky, to get the ray gun. That's where the most famous meme ever was born. Bro, I'm down. Revive me. I have the ray gun. But in today's COD, one, you don't need the ray gun. The ray gun, the most iconic thing in zombies, doesn't even have an effect in game. I mean, yeah, the ray gun's cool to get, but it isn't that good. There's guns inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies that just absolutely bury the ray gun in terms of high rounding, killing zombies, killing elites, killing bosses. What's the point, right? What's the point? I mean, that's a lot of things that I think need to kind of be changed. It doesn't really have the identity that Call of Duty Zombies used to have. Now, I'm all for the modern zombies. I like it, dude. I don't mind the plating system. I know a lot of you guys are kind of going to hate me for that. I don't. Do I think they need to do it differently? Yes. 100%. I think they need to do a lot of these things differently. But one thing that I think is absolutely killing zombies, and if in Black Ops 7 it's still there, it will kill it. And it's, again, the nostalgia baiting. Now, one thing I know that's been happening a lot in Call of Duty is whenever an update comes out, whether it's multiplayer, zombies, Warzone, whatever it is, 95% of the time there's something in that update that has already been out inside of Call of Duty before. Now, this has been a big thing with Black Ops 6 Zombies. Double tap, field upgrade, or ammo mods, right? Mostly everything in this game has been from previous Call of Duties. And it has been like that for quite some time. Things just kind of get recycled as content every single year. Boom. This year, we're going to just keep putting this stuff back in. Next year, we're going to keep putting stuff back in. I do think it's time for a change. I very much think it's time for the perk system to be changed. I think maybe they should try and get some new perks. I mean, yeah, I love Juggernog. I love Speed Cola. I love Quick Revive. But it's going to bring some uniqueness to the game rather than just kind of feeling the same that it always has felt. To me, Call of Duty Zombies doesn't feel like it's ever evolved. It almost feels like it just has stayed the same. Matter of fact, went backwards when it should have went forward. Black Ops 7 is going to be one of the most important games inside of Call of Duty's history, considering Battlefield 6 is coming to take its place if they do not get these things right? Like, there's so many things in zombies that they need to be doing. We need to have an expansion on rewards. If we get a Season 6 for Black Ops 6, cool, right? If we get a Super Easter egg, cool. But it will be super disappointing if we do not get a Super Easter egg reward for Black Ops 6. That's stuff that just needs to be in the game, and matter of fact needs to be in the game day one, just to kind of let the players know, like, hey, you do all these Easter eggs, come October next year, you'll be able to do the Super Easter egg. Stuff like that. It helps a ton. Rewards are just zero in Call of Duty, and it just makes people not want to play. You really got no reason. Let's say, example, right? For me, I grinded to level 1000. It's something I really like to do ever since I started playing Call of Duty. When a new COD drops, I try to grind as fast as I can to the max rank. Okay? Get the mastery camos. I got Nebula Dark Matter. I never really cared for Abyss. I just don't really play Warzone too much. I play it a little bit. I kind of go through phases and stuff. But I have never really sat there and just completely committed to that camo grind. I've done all the Dark Opses and Zombies, right? Because that's all I play as zombies. I don't really touch anything anymore because of skill-based matchmaking and multiplayer, which is another point we'll get to. But what do I have left to do? One of the reasons MW3 was so popular, which they're doing this in Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, thank God, is the weekly challenges. But this needs to go a little bit farther than just weekly challenges and weekly rewards. This needs to be extended into the Zombies game mode. Zombies players need to be rewarded a little bit better. Say, for completing the Easter egg, right? Instead of getting an operator skin, maybe give us something else. A wonder weapon skin, a unique universal camo for completing the Easter egg, right? There's so many ways they can just work these little things in that'll make the game more interesting, that'll make people want to play more, that'll push more of, we don't want your money, we want you to actually enjoy the game that you paid for. Now, again, I really enjoy playing Call of Duty. I play it every single day, multiple hours on the day, so I'm not sitting here trying to be super, super negative, but there's a lot of things that need to be changed in Call of Duty. There's a lot of things that need to be added. There's a lot of things that just need to be stopped doing. We need to see a completely refresh of Call of Duty, considering yesterday by the time I upload this video, every single Call of Duty basically went offline. The idea is, oh man, skill-based matchmaking probably got removed because of leakers on Twitter, right? Which it could have. But that's a big thing that hurt Call of Duty as well. Most people do good in multiplayer, but the problem with now is you do good once, now you got to do good all night, or you're not going to have fun. So people play a game, they do good, second game, they get absolutely destroyed because of skill-based matchmaking, which is cool, but then they don't want to play, right? It's just not fun, which is very, very understandable. But like Black Ops 6, you know, every year they bring Nuketown to Black Ops games, like in Black Ops 7. Please keep Nuketown away, bro. Do something new is what I'm basically trying to get at. I want to see new things in Call of Duty. I want to see them get away from just continuously recycling this old stuff and just putting it in the game and labeling it as new. Even weapons. Like, I love the Olympia and Black Ops 6, bro. I love the PPSH. I love all these older weapons from previous CODs. But really, we couldn't have just had new guns. Those would have been way cooler. I definitely would have used them more, and I know most people would have used them more. I do think a lot of these problems is what people are kind of complaining about, whether they say it or not. It's definitely a big issue, especially the recycled stuff. And I know, skins, bundles, money hungry. I get that. That's not really something I want to get into in this video. But on the bright side, I do think they're doing something very, very good with Black Ops 7. The Transit remake, kind of a remake. I don't really know if I want to call it that. That's kind of what it is, but it's a mix of open world zombies, which is super popular now. It gained a ton of popularity. I love open world zombies. I loved MW3. It's where my channel blew up. But they're doing a mix of open world and round base in that, which seems pretty exciting. Hopefully they do some good stuff. There's Easter eggs in it and stuff. I would love to see them branch off with characters and try and get away from Richtofen and them, but I am excited to see the story. I don't know. It's a hard thing to say, but there needs to be more things to do inside of Call of Duty. There needs to be more things to grind for. There needs to be less of the same stuff every single year, year after year. Kind of just, again, a alt-delete and a completely refreshed thing in the game. Let me know what you guys think about this inside of the comment section below. Again, open world being in Black Ops 7, it's going to be super dope. But with round base, it's going to be super cool as well. We got the survival maps back and stuff like that. But let me know. I really want to hear your guys' opinions on this because I know I'm not the only one who thinks like that. But I really hope they can fix some of these things and stop doing some of these things so Black Ops 7 Zombies can be as successful as I think it's going to be, considering Battlefield 6 has got them shaking in their boots. Thank you guys again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.